Welcome to the weather forecast for the week beginning Wednesday, November 17th, 2021. This is Chief Meteorologist John Ensworth for Longmont Public Media. Thursday, November 18th, we have our full moon. It's going to be beautiful out there with mostly clear skies going forward for a long time. You should be able to take some great nighttime walks under this thing. But let's talk about snow, because with clear skies, we are not getting much snow at all. We did have a coating to a dusting in places in Longmont on Wednesday morning at the beginning of this forecast period. So that was nice, and some of that did a little bit of moisture to hit the fire, Kruger Rock Fire, I believe it's called, up around Estes Park. So the growth of that fire was slowed down a little bit. It was pretty quiet overnight. But the snow facts for Denver is the average for snow, as I've said before, was October 18th. And I know it says there was no snow in 1949, but then another source said 1934 there was measurable snow on 11/21. So two different sources colliding in Fox 31, Channel 2 Denver. But the longest stretch that we've gone without snow was in 1887, 235 days, and we are now at the beginning of this forecast period at 209. So we'll see. We'll keep our eyes open to see what may be coming. So of course it is getting drier. There is rain and snow hitting the western slopes at times. So going forward, there's a little lessening of drought conditions over there, but just a little worse over here. We are now right on the edge of severe drought still, but it's growing. Nationally, there's a little lessening of the drought in spots in the west, a little worsening in the northern Midwest here. And there's our rain over the last 7 days. That is pretty much all confined to the northern mountains, so some pretty good amounts up there. Estes is right in here, so a little dry spot. I normally don't show a national weather map like this. I didn't like the ones I could show for free. This one is from the National Weather Service and NOAA and all, and so it's free to use and might make you feel more at home. That you can see a cold front that is pushed down. This is the system that came through giving us that little bit of snow last night. It's now made it down into central Texas, northern Arizona, and then the front is doing much more with a lot more moisture out in the plains. There's actually a lot of flooding going on out here. So Wednesday PM, we have the trough that was pushing that front down just past us. The ridge is going to very rapidly warm us up coming in behind it. And that's a little bit of snow in the northern mountains this morning, and the big front moving out across the east. So our next, that's unfortunate, our next little chance of something comes Sunday, or Sunday YAM, with a trough that stretches kind of unusually across the west, a little ridge right behind it, and the precipitation is snow in the mountains, a little bit of rain and snow maybe on the plains. Would this be one that could bring measurable snow to the airport? It's possible, but it's not a big storm. So severe weather is very minimal, actually none. We have some chance of thunderstorms along the front today. That sinks to the southeast a little bit, and by Friday it's just in South Florida. Very quiet for much of the nation. So our normal high drops from 51 to 47, digging definitely into the 40s now. Normal low is 24, dropping down to 20, so we're about to have a normals down in the teens. We are not experiencing that yet. Very dry through the 23rd, and this chance of a storm coming in on the 25th to the 26th or 7th. So the next really good-looking storm, and it's cut my zero off there. PowerPoint is playing games with me today. November 30th, we have a deep trough coming in, pretty strong looking system with a large amount of snow in the eastern plains and up in the mountains. Now, are going to be excited about this because the GFS has been putting a pretty big snowstorm out about a week away or so repeatedly, and then it becomes what we saw last night, a very, very minor system, if anything. So I'm not too excited. So let's take a look at this animation in the next 10 days. You can see these troughs in the east are really going to bring a lot of cold air down. We'll see that on the cold air map, or the temperature map. Here comes our next trough for Sunday, and that is starting to open up this river down into the eastern U.S. Look at that jet stream right there. Wow. Big hot ridge over us. And we get to Wednesday, Thursday of Thanksgiving with a big trough. Not all the models see any precipitation happening around Thanksgiving, so it's really, things are just not coming together in agreement in the different models. So let's take a look at that cold front from last night, spreading down into Texas and out into the plains. It makes it all the way down to Mexico, and right behind it, the ridge brings in lots of heat. So above normal temperatures, back in the 60s and like that. Here comes that next shot of cold. It just slides right past Colorado and goes and gets the East Coast. We stay very warm. At least that'll keep home heating costs down. Here comes the next little cold front for Thursday for Thanksgiving. It's pretty dry on most models. It just slide down and cool us down for a little bit, and then right after Thanksgiving it's back into the heat. So taking a look at the precipitation, kind of gave you the stills on that, but here we go into the Sunday period with the little showers right here, and off they go. And then we're taking a look at the next system, and it's taking its time to get there. There you go. There's your your big wet Thanksgiving storm right there. That's just not much. So let me take it a little bit further out, but nope, that's it. So over the next 5 days, we have a little bit of northern mountain precipitation. For the next 10 days, again, models are not in agreement on what's happening around Thanksgiving. This looks like a pretty significant amount of precipitation. There's our northern mountain snow from this morning, and then some snow that would actually show up on the models after that. So we go from the 30s rapidly back to the 40s and 60s for the weekend, and then 60s for the beginning of next week. Zeroing in on the Thanksgiving forecast, there will be a chance of showers right beforehand, but I'm expecting about upper 40s for highs, low 20s, mid 20s for lows, partly cloudy skies with very light north winds. All right, that's your forecast for this week. For frequent weather updates and local news, check out Longmont Leader, longmontleader.com. This has been Chief Meteorologist John Ensworth. Keep looking up.